Hey Bone, how are you doing? Firstly, updates. My OB exam could have been better, but it also could have been a lot worse, considering that I woke up at like fucking 9 and had to run basically to get there by the time the exam ended. I'm glad you're doing all right. Then there's also the fact, it could have been worse. And then I also had to do my PEDS exam. My PEDS makeup exam, it was fine. I prefer essay exams anyway. Like, if they just gave me essay exams for like the rest of my life, I will do it. I prefer that because I can just put all of my thoughts onto the paper on like the back of the page, and then all of my answers would be on the front of the page. Like, that shit's amazing for me. Yeah. There's also hopefully going to be some new things I'm testing out. I'm testing out this Pomodoro app. Oh, it's on! Okay. The Pomodoro bot should be working now. Now we're going to test something out here. So. Once the ad break is done, because I have to, like, do all my water and bullshit. Yeah. Okay, I have to also, like, copy paste my fucking link again. And then I have to do all my promo shit. Once again, I'ma forward everything over to self promo. Because I gotta do that part. I cannot forget. Don't let me forget this shit. Promo. Well, yeah, so we're gonna talk about pathology of the breast and like other stuff. Yeah. Hey, what's the stare for? What do you mean? What's the stare for? And also, hello, Princeps. How are you doing? I have to do the studio mode. Oh. What have I done wrong? Oh my god, it's Chris. Hey, how are you doing? We are gonna get started really fucking soon, and by that I mean right now. Fair enough. But yeah, so this is the Pomodoro bot thing that I have. There's even a task list. And basically I realized this is what I do when I'm off stream. I try to make things very regimented when it comes to my studying, but also like very loosey-goosey as well. Oh my god, it's Mr. Manager. Hello, how you doing? We're gonna be studying pathology of the breast. So like a lot of stuff about breast cancer, ductal carcinomas, that kind of thing. I obviously cannot show pictures of this shit on stream. So, because I think Twitch will have my head. But yeah, so we are going to do, I'm an exclamation point, task. I mean, it is a worthy cause. A minute, let me see, commands, task, add, study, breast, pathology. Did it add? Did it add the task? Hello, bot? This shit pisses me off. Why is it not working? It says it should be working. What the fuck? Update the goal. Okay. Is my timer not even started? This is what happens when I try and play with new toys before I figure out how they work. So we're not going to use that at all. We're not using that at all. That's what's happening. I'll just have you guys time me instead because I don't know why that doesn't work. Like the overlay should be working. The overlay is on. The configuration should also be on. I don't get it. It's kind of annoying. Oh my god, hey, how are you doing? I am going to be studying a lot of stuff about pathology that in like 15-minute intervals. First 15 minutes, just overview of pathology, just overview of the anatomy of a breast. Then we're gonna go into other stuff. Fuck it, I'll put up a... I mean, hey, glad you're doing well. I am glad that you are doing well. And looks like the ad break is done. Hopefully you guys are out of ad hell. But basically, first order of business. Hey, let's go, Yune. Okay, awesome, Yune. What's the medication that you give to like HER2 sensitive breast tumors again, like ductal carcinoma in situ? And what's the grading of that? Do you handle that at all? No. Twinkie, that is not allowed. I am so sorry that oncology sucked for you. Third. 15 minutes. Disorders of development. Fourth. 15 minutes. Fifth 15 minutes. Answers. I think I am talking. I mean, trastuzumab is definitely one of them, but isn't there also like pembrolizumab or something, or is that not the right one? Oh, okay. How do I? Oh wait, pin or I don't know. Wait, say 80 minutes? Is that how long I'm gonna do it? I think 80. Cool. Oh, that's the only HER2 sensitive drug you know? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Ow, God, I just hit my elbow on my chair. Damn. But yeah, so we're gonna do a lot today. I'm gonna try and be very productive. I'm gonna be very regimented, and I will answer questions about this stuff first. After like the 15 minutes are up, then sure, we can do other questions and shit. I just need to figure out how to get a Pomodoro app on here. I literally can't find a good Pomodoro stream overlay that is free. It's free! Okay. How do I... Okay. Browser. Oh. Toto. Okay. Okay, I'm learning. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna mess with this. I'm gonna do OBS photo.com. Nice. Awesome. And then I'm gonna learn how to mess with this. Oh wait, how do I Toto overlay 800 by 800? So 800 by 800. Oh, I see. What is a custom CS here? Sorry, I'm just figuring this out. The Pomodoro timer hasn't started yet anyway. So it's fine. Yeah, I think this is good. I think that's a good place to put it. Oh my god, Yune, thank you so much for the streak. Holy shit. So... paused. First task. First task. Rest. Anatomy. Yes. Second task. Literally... presentation of disease. Disorders of development. Nice, awesome. Inflammatory disorders. Oh, I'm bald. Disorders of development, inflammatory disorders, and final task is going to be cancers and management. Okay. I don't know how to set it up so that... Okay. No. Okay. How do I switch between static? How do I make it static? What the fuck? Oh, it's here. Count up, count down. Static list. Minimal view. There we go. This is what I wanted. Sorry, I'm messing with this still. I am setting up my Pomodoro timer. So I know I said first 15 minutes. However, it's gonna be 25 minutes. 25, 25, 25, 25. Because this thing won't let me change it to 15 minutes. And thank you so much. I am hydrating. And yeah, there's that still. If you want to play Arknights, endfield. Rather, if you just want to install it, just install it. And it'll support me. It'll support your starving, caffeine-addicted medical student. And okay, so we are going to start with task 1. Okay, so wait, can you see the timer? It should be starting. Your tiredness is creeping in. I am so sorry. I mean, yes, that's true, but not every med student is your favorite one. And by that, I mean me. And by that, I mean me. So, like, I mean... I'm just gonna read over the handout, basically, that I got. I'm gonna just start reading it over. So, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Every med student is starving and caffeine addicted. However, not every med student is me, spectral anomaly. But okay. Major structures of the breast are the ducts and the lobules. And then the two major epithelial types of epithelial cells are the luminal and the myoepithelial. Two types of stroma are interlobular and intralobular. So within the lobules. Intralobular stroma, these are the ones that envelop the acini and are the hormonally responsive fibroblast-like cells, and they're going to be scattered lymphocytes. The interlobular stroma is dense connective tissue and adipose tissue. That's what gives titty their fat. If you want to be crass about it like that. So I'm going to open up Robbins and Cotran, even though I hate that book, and we're going to be going more into it. Oh my god, Azurith? Hi! Welcome in! I am Spectral Anomaly, med student VTuber. And sorry about the silence for a second. I was locked in on like waiting for my book to download so that I could start talking about the pathology and shit about the breast. Because I am a second year medical student, I am currently learning about that kind of pathology. So that's what we're talking about today. If there's any questions, I welcome them. But I'm going to have to ask that we keep the off-topic questions to like the end, to the end of the 25 minutes that I'll be spending talking about the breast anatomy and breast pathology, because like we're gonna go over like what the hell the breast is in a more organized way. So you already know what a breast looks like. We love titties. But what goes on behind the titty? So, the functional unit of the tit is the lobule, which is supported by a specialized stroma. This stroma this stroma. Yeah, exactly. I am a med student. This is like my whole thing. I like talking on stream about the stuff that I'm studying because it helps me solidify everything that I'm learning. But yeah, so stroma is basically like structural tissue, if we want to like talk about it like that. But so when we look at a breast lobule, so like there's just one unit of tit. Think of it as like one tit unit. There are two layers of cells lining the tit unit. The inner luminal cells produce milk during lactation, and then the outer cells contract and aid in, like, you know, when like in lactation when they come out, basically. Exactly, Mr. Manager. One unit. But yeah, basically. And so basically, if we want to think about it, like think of the unit of tit as like a double layered cup. The inner cup, tit. Like, so the inner cup basically is the one that makes the milk. And then the outer cup is the one that squeezes, like contracts and pushes milk out. And then each of these little cups are connected to, like, think a straw. And the straw, it's a good joke. It's a good joke. It's a great joke even. And then the straw is basically the tubes that connect the little cups with the milk to where it all comes out, the nip. And also, fun fact, the size of the breast is determined primarily by the stroma, or the tissue that's in between each unit of tit. And the size, the stromal, the mass of those layers increase during puberty. Oh my god. Damn it. That's a good joke too. Fuck. Damn it. And the interlobular stroma, so basically the in between the lobule tissue, increases during puberty and just develops more with age. And each like part and each little bit of this stroma, like the interlobular stroma, which is the one that makes the size. Oh my god, you're here for the streak? Amazing. Are you also here for the titty? Because we're talking about titties. The titties, no steak, only breast here. Exactly, it's all tits. It's all tits. The titties. Just realized my head is like really round. It's kind of like one. I mean, It's not bad. It's just talking about them. None will be shown on screen. Also, hi Manny, welcome in. Hello, how are you doing? But yeah, so but each of these, we're talking about breast anatomy. Oh, also fun fact, you guys, I just thought about this. New spinny. We're talking about titties and the stuff that can go wrong in our titties. All titties. Yeah, we have a spinny guy. We have a spinny guy now. Thank Lev for helping me find the spinny guy maker. We got spinnies, and yes, we have both spinny kinds because I was like, fuck it. There's so much spinning happening. Love spinning. But yeah, so each constituent is a source of both malign and malignant tissue, because like this tissue ages and it will I don't know how to explain the word involute, but that's basically what this does. Involute means like it rolls inwards, basically. Like the tissue will roll inwards, and then yeah, exactly. And like each involution, each tissue, all of this stuff is just gonna keep doing that, and then eventually that's where you get like the cancer from. You want to be like really crass about it, very simple about it. Like I don't even know if I can show the. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to show this. I don't think this will like kill me. I don't think Twitch will like have my head for this. 1 minute. Because it's not like I'm gonna like walk y'all through like what this image looks, what I'm talking about here. Uba tissue picture.png. Move myself over to the side. But this is what I mean here. So when I am talking about the lobules, like when I mean the cups, I literally mean these are double layered. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's bad and what's not good to show, basically. So I wish is there like a power pointer, like a laser pointer thing on OBS that I can use to like point this shit out with? If there's not, then that's fine. But you can kind of see like the blue tissue here, these little blue circles with the like, basically it's like, it kind of looks like a clover to me, like the three leaf clover with a little lighter pink tissue around it. This is a healthy lobule. This one is healthy. Yeah, like a mouse pointer. Can I capture my pointer on stream? Yeah. That's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, if I could, I would, but I just put the picture up, you know? I mean, the other option is I just use my, like, pointer model. I mean, is there? If there is, I'll use that. But basically, like, we can see what a healthy lobule is at the top. The benign lobule is going to be the one in the middle. Obviously, like in the schematic, it looks very, very different. But it's still well differentiated. You just see that there's some epithelial tissue, like epithelial growth. Like we see the hyperplasia in there. And that's what's like filling up the space of the lobule. Another option that we could see is that you see the one that kind of looks like a weird tree branch in the middle under the benign category. You can see that that basically there's the papilloma, but here we can see the fibroadenoma and then the hemangioma. Hemangioma is just like a little... Okay, let me... Yay, thank you! You are amazing. I'm looking at this right now because I cannot like capture cursor. How do you capture cursor? Oh no, like how do you do it on a picture? No, like no, so this is a picture. Like I put in an image source. How do I put like a pointer source on top of it? You know? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But okay, so now we're going to continue. So basically, there's a blurb about this. So here are the origins of breast disorders. There's benign epithelial lesions include intraductal papilloma. So intraductal, inside the duct. The duct is the lobule, basically. Like you see the lobule, the cup is the one with the duct in it, basically. There's intraductal papillomas that will grow in sinuses below the nipple, and epithelial hyperplasia that arises in the lobules. So I can't show the papilloma because it's farther along the tree. It's farther along into the duct. That's too close to the nipple for me to share on screen. I feel like that's not good. Then there's also malignant epithelial lesions. These are the ones down here at the bottom. I mean, kinda, yes. Actually, yeah, Maddie. Kind of. So... when I was talking about luminal cells, the luminal cells are the ones in blue. Oh, wait, let me see. Enable native cursor, display capture. No. Oh, okay. I'll try it. I'll try it. I give up. But okay, so like when we see here, yeah, I know, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I understand. I'll figure it out like during the next break. But yeah, so then we have the malignant stuff here at the bottom. The malignant stuff in here. So what is DCIS? DCIS means ductal carcinoma in situ. So it's a carcinoma of the duct at the site, in situ. So there's malignant epithelial lesions. These are going to be mainly breast carcinomas, which may remain in situ, so at the site, or could invade into the breast tissue and spread by metastasis. So like you see how this tissue over here, the one underneath DCIS, you see how that blue is like branching out into the rest of the tissue and is no longer like encapsulated by the myoepithelial cells, the pink cells. That's not normal. That is the invasion of that is the invasion into the breast, and this is what will lead to metastasis. And what they mean by metastasis, basically that just means spreading of the cancer cells to like the rest of your to like through blood, lymph nodes, that kind of thing, to like other areas. Some of the most common places are going to be like lungs, mainly lungs, basically, or like lymph nodes, anything that can spread through lymph or through blood. We're going to talk about more about like the transmission, like the spread soon, but we're still even going through this. But yeah, specialized intralobular stromal cells, the pink cells, can give rise to fibroadenomas and phyllodes tumors, whereas interlobular stroma, the red tissue, interlobules, can give rise to a variety of rare benign and malignant tumors, such as the ductal carcinoma in situ. Yeah, so not ductal carcinoma in situ, but the angiosarcoma here, and the hemangioma. The hemangioma is under benign because it doesn't spread anywhere. It's not cancerous. Angiosarcoma, however, is scary and bad. Holy shit, Azur! Hey, thank you so much for following. I hope that I'm not losing you in this. I hope this is still fun for you to listen to. Thank you so much for the follow. I am still quite surprised. But yeah, so this is like the main thing when it comes like the parts of the breast. I can actually pull up a picture. Oh wait, what if I just rat? I'm a rat. Okay, wait. Screen cap. Oh, nice. Thank you. I am glad that you find this interesting. Oh, wait. Can you? Oh no, you can't see that at all. Fuck. Damn, unfortunate. I was gonna show off the picture. Oh wait, I can just open up Note. I'm kind of scared to open up Notion right now because it might just crash on me, but I'm gonna hope it doesn't. Emergency, I'm gonna do CA. I'm just gonna put in the picture because this picture will make. Honestly, this picture doesn't even make sense to me. Let me be fucking clear. I can't show titty. I'm scared to show titty on stream. That's the problem. That's like the big problem here. Showing titty on stream is scary. Oh, what the fuck? Excuse me? Where's Notion? Where did I put it? It should just show the fucking picture, dude. Oh, there we go. There we go. Cool. But yeah, like, this picture is still pretty gnarly to understand. But like, basically, you can kind of see that this over here. Wait, how do I? Ooh, I can show capture cursor. You see cursor? You see cursor? Okay, cool. So you can kind of see that the lobule is right here. You can see the adipose tissue is over here. Basically, this is just all tissue that's basically clear. It's all clear tissue because the fat just gets washed away when you make the stain. When you like fix the shit to the slide and then you do all the slide things, the preservation methods. Totally fair, Ezra. Totally fair. I'm not grossed out by seeing deep cuts or wounds. I am grossed out by sputum and by C-sections. C-sections I could never get used to. I've tried to get used to it. Maybe I'm just a little sensitive baby, but I can't do it. But also, like, you see these like little things here that are kind of like worm-like. Oh god, wormy. Yeah, exactly. Me, it's sputum. Sputum is my 13th reason. But yeah, so like you can see that these ducts here, these like little tube-like shapes that kind of look like worms, these are the ducts. The lobules feed into the ducts. It's kind of like how a kidney... Oh yeah, no, that radial art... Okay, the radial artery cannulation kind of sucks. Bone fractures or protrusions, yeah, I mean... That also fucks me up, but it's more like a, oh god, I am so sad that this happened to you kind of fucked up, and not like a, kind of like grossed out by the injury fucked up. It's more like a, there's a tragedy here that happened, or something happened that made this happen, you know. Okay. Now we are going to continue. So we can see here that the connective tissue, basically all this pink shit around is the connective tissue. This is what surrounds the ducts, basically. This is what surrounds the lobules. This is what surrounds everything else. And the two types of epithelial cells of the breast, once again, are the luminal and the myoepithelial cells. Then the two types of stroma are the interlobular, so around the lobes, and intralobular, so within the lobes, within the lobular. There's two types of breast stroma here. Basically, it is interlobular. Here's a better picture. I don't know why it's like grayed out. What the fuck? There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Oh. Oh, my timer's done. Awesome. But okay. Now we have a 5-minute break. Or at least I think that's what it says. I think I could see a 5-minute break on there, right? Now we can go back to the middle because this is not stuff I can show on the screen anymore. Interact. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, so basically we are just going to be talking now just about in general stuff. But yeah, so this is the break time. How are you guys? I know I already asked how you guys are doing. We just finished talking about breast anatomy. We know what the stromas are. We have the interlobular, which is between the lobes, and we have the intralobular stroma, which is within the lobes. And this is what envelops everything. And thank you so much, Acoustic. Thank you. Oh my god. I'm sorry that you won't be able to stick around and learn about titties, but that's okay. That is a-okay. I know. One day you will learn about titties. Okay. I know. I'm so sorry. Whoa! Excuse me? Princeps? What? Hello? Huh? You... Oh my god, you did not have to, but I really appreciate it. Holy shit, thank you. Princeps, my god. Thank you. You're so nice. Holy shit. What the fuck? Crazy. And I'm bald. I'm bald again. I am so surprised. It is a hype train. Hype train level 2? Whoa. Discord. Okay. I'm joining Maddie. Oh my god. Hello. Wait. I have to make sure the Discord's working. I have to wait. I have to wait. Make sure the Discord is like working. Okay. Yeah. What's up? What's your question about microbiology?
There's potentially a way in which my microbiome. Okay. So this is the last week of the class. Praise be.
Thank the fucking Lord. What's up? Hype train to return. Hype train to far. Crazy. Yes.
You know, I get to do my presentation on leishmaniasis. Whatever.
Yes.
So.
Leishmaniasis is interesting, by the way. I like it a lot.
It is. So I'm doing my sections on like.
Hi, Nuki.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I have to write a discussion post, whatever, and I have to pick a section in one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters to you know, write a post about. Okay. And each one of these chapters, it's like, okay, overview of human infectious disease, then it's viral infections, bacterial, fungal, parasitic. Okay. No issue with any of that.
Yeah.
But like when I'm looking over these sections. Okay, it's like X infections of the skin, you know, then the next one is of the ears, of the eyes, of the respiratory system, GI tract.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Okay, they classified it. I'm assuming. Okay, so when they say oral region, they're talking about like the mucosal membranes of like the mouth.
Yes.
Maybe something
the mouth.
The nose.
The mouth.
Okay.
The mouth.
Okay. And then genitourinary, that's where they're talking about like STDs, STIs.
Yes. That is exactly it. Okay. That is exactly what they're talking about. You have it correct. Don't you worry.
I don't want to have it correct.
But you had it right. What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
I'm confused.
Wait, why? Oh,
no,
damn it.
I think I'm just overwhelmed and I'm in a lot of pain.
That's, you know what, that's understandable.
So I think I'm just like a little, and then
Fair enough.
I was reminded last night that my sister has been married for an entire year and that she still somehow managed to get married before me.
Your sister sucks.
Right, I know, but like,
and I hate her.
Kind of like
No, don't do that. She sucks as a person, and she just kind of seems very unbearable. From what you've said.
Right. No, I know. So, I'm just trying to get some of this like bullshit homework done.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. So.
What's up?
You can have gram-positive sepsis.
Yes.
It developed into like a meme really fast, and I'm like, wait, but like I'm still.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can have gram-positive and gram-negative bacterial toxins in sepsis. There are different kinds of sepsis.
I thought that like, anyone can have like any infection can in theory.
Yes.
Do sepsis.
Yes.
All you have to do, the injury has to get into the bloodstream, and then you just become a whole infected flesh bag.
Yeah, girl. Gram-positive bacteria are the most common cause of sepsis. You probably know some of these. Give me an example of a gram-positive bacteria that can cause sepsis.
What?
Give me any bacteria can cause sepsis, but give me an example of one of the most common gram-positive bacteria.
Well, the only gram-positive bacteria that I can isn't C. diff gram-positive? No, it's gram-negative.
I actually don't remember.
It's the one that's worse, and
oh my god, there's
it doesn't.
And yes, Yune, I agree. It is MRSA, and also, oh my god, there's a train.
Oh
yeah. Yes, yeah. And oh my god, C. diff is gram-positive.
Okay.
It is a gram-positive bacillus, I think. Yeah, gram-positive bacillus.
And then the gram-positive and the gram-negative.
Yes. You know what makes one of them? You know what makes a bacteria gram-positive or gram-negative, right?
I know it's like the
peptidoglycan. Yes.
Yeah, layers of the cell wall, and one of them is more like permeable than the other, and like the antibiotics are more likely to go.
Yes,
the other one,
but there's a test, which is what this comes from. The Gram test.
They only mentioned in
the Gram stain.
They only mentioned that one of them, that the Gram positive stains purple.
Yes, so Gram positive stains purple because the Gram dyes attached to the peptidoglycan link. That's why. They have a thicker peptidoglycan.
They said they dye purple.
What?
And I was like,
they didn't explain why they dye purple? Girl, no wonder you're having problems.
Yeah, they were just like, they dye purple. And I was like, why do I care?
No, girl, the reason why we care that it dyes purple is because that tells you the structure. It tells you the structure of the fucking bacteria. So like,
okay,
you can, like a Gram positive bacteria, you can see that it's like, you can kind of see that it will have a thicker cell wall in addition to the membrane. It'll have more peptidoglycan in the layers.
That are more likely to have antibacterial resistance.
It depends, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, there's more nuances to that. I'm surprised they didn't like go over the basics of microbiology with you, because like, you can't just memorize. Well, you can memorize, but like, it's not gonna help you.
The entire class is this textbook.
Girl, we're going through Sketchy. I'm making you watch Sketchy with me. We're watching Sketchy.
Like, I'm just really confused. I'm basically just like, germs, man. Like, germs.
I mean, yes, germs, absolutely, but like, fuck it. You know what? We're watching a Sketchy video because I am taking a little bit of a longer break before we go on to the next part, which is the presentations of disease. Oh my god, hi Hanabi. How are you doing? You want to watch Sketchy with us? And by that I mean you are going to watch Sketchy with us, because I'm going to play Sketchy videos for everybody. This is your captive audience. That's like the beauty of a captive audience. Once the video downloads. I'm so glad you would love to watch Sketchy with us. Okay, so we are going to watch this video about Sketchy Micro. The first video, my favorite video. Well, yeah, go pee, that's fine. 1 minute. Video. Media player? Yes. Perfect. We are watching this. I mean, this is just the chat. You guys have never watched Sketchy? You guys are deprived. We're watching Sketchy. We're watching we're watching a Sketchy video. Before we do anything else, we're watching a Sketchy video. Because it's also just a very good break. I love Sketchy. Like, I love watching my medical cartoons. I'm gonna lower the volume. Well, we are learning today. We are watching the Golden Staff of Moses. Wait. Oh wait, what the fuck? It's not doing the thing that I wanted it to do, which is capture audio. Fuck. I'm capturing the audio. I have to restart this. It's only 11 minutes long. Maddie, I'll also stream it in here so that you can see it.
Thank you.
Of course. You will like it. This is the first video. This is the first video in the series. It's actually one of my favorites. If I were to wear any Halloween costume from the Sketchy series, I would wear the costume of the merciful Pharaoh. You'll understand why.
Hi, my name is Andrew Berg. I'm one of the creators of Sketchy Micro, and I'll be guiding you through this chapter on staph and strep. In this video, we'll be bold and dive right into perhaps one of the most important bacteria you'll learn for microbiology, Staph aureus. She's a beast. If you make it through this video, I promise it'll only get easier. The name Staphylococcus aureus tells us a decent amount right up front. Staph and coccus come from the Greek meaning grape and granule, respectively. And this is because under the microscope, staphylococci look like a bundle of grapes. Now, aureus is Latin, and it means golden. And this is because when it grows on blood agar, its colonies have a yellow or golden appearance to them. So we took this idea of it being a golden staphylococcus, or golden staph, and we've called this scene the golden staff of Moses. I hope you enjoy it. Now, I'll start by drawing this desert background. You'll notice I've gotten really fast at drawing. Yeah, you know, I guess it's just practice, what can I say? Anyway, here's Moses. He's carrying a very impressive golden staff, the golden staff of Staph aureus. Notice his robes are violet. We did this because Staph aureus is gram-positive. And gram-positives take up crystal violet stain in their thick...
They're telling you why it's called gram-positive right now.
Cell wall and hold on to it even after the rinse and the addition of red safranin. So they...
Saffron is the counter stain when you do a gram stain, because first you fix the bacteria to the slide. Then after that, you flood the motherfucker with crystal violet. Then after that, you let it dry for a second. And then you wash it, like you rinse the motherfucker with alcohol, like ethanol. That's what we use in the lab. Then after that, what we do is once you do that, then you dye it with a counter stain. The reason why we have to do a counter stain for gram, for like any staining in general, is so that you know what is the opposite. So like, if it doesn't take up purple stain, you know that it's not a gram-positive bacteria because it's pink instead of purple, basically. And that's why, like, the beautiful thing about Sketchy is that they make a lot of their drawings with like a lot of purple or pink hues, depending on whether it's gram-positive or negative. Like, these cartoons are amazing. Fucking love them.
Pure violet under the microscope. We'll tend to use a lot of violets in the gram-positive videos, and likewise we'll use reds in the gram-negative videos. Let's keep talking about how exactly we can identify Staph aureus in the lab. So far we've gone over that they're gram-positive cocci, but so are strep. So how are you going to tell them apart besides their shape? The first test you'll use is a catalase test. Catalase converts hydrogen peroxide to water and is present in all staphylococci but not strep. Since staph is catalase positive, we'll add this cat, standing for catalase. You'll notice you won't see a cat in the strep videos or any catalase negative videos. We've placed them right here, front and center, and we've even made them look cool and Egyptian looking so that you don't forget about them. So if it's gram-positive and catalase positive, we're pretty certain we're dealing with the staph. Now how do we know it's Staph aureus versus a different kind of staph? Well, first, Staph aureus has that nice golden color when plated, but alternatively, you can run a coagulase test. Coagulase is an enzyme that converts fibrinogen to fibrin,
I'm just gonna get
and it's
myself some
present in
more
Staph
water.
aureus. Notice Moses is standing in front of the Red Sea, literally a sea colored red. It's red because it's supposed to remind you of blood, and his parting of the Red Sea is him actually coagulating it. So again, this will remind you that Staph aureus is coagulase positive. Another way to differentiate Staph aureus from other types of staph is that it's beta hemolytic. We'll have Moses carrying this bright red light bulb with a B inside of it. This is our symbol that we'll always use for a beta hemolysis. We've designed it to look like a red light bulb because when looking at a petri dish showing beta hemolysis, it looks kind of like a glowing halo of light on a red backdrop. We're trying to convey...
No, this is not Arknights. We're talking about bacteria. We're watching a video on bacteria as a little break from the studying. Basically, we're studying something else for like 11-ish minutes. So recap right now. You guys are now familiar with the fact that Staph aureus is a gram-positive bacteria because it takes up crystal violet stain because of the peptidoglycan present in the bacterial cell wall. We know that it is catalase positive, and we also know that Staph aureus specifically is coagulase positive. It is also beta hemolytic.
Say that here. The last way to know you're dealing with a Staph aureus is to plate it on mannitol salt agar. The salt selects for only Staphylococcus species, and you can also differentiate whether or not it can ferment mannitol. If it can ferment mannitol, as in the case of Staph aureus, it'll turn the agar yellow. If it can't, the agar will stay pink. So to represent its ability to ferment mannitol, we'll draw this tall man here behind him. Tall man, or if you flip those, man tall, mannitol. A little bit of a stretch, I know, but I think you've got it. And we'll have him wearing bright yellow clothes. To
Because
remember
that's
that
what happens.
mannitol fermenters turn the agar bright yellow. Now let's turn our attention to this big letter A in Moses' staff. You may have smartly assumed that this staff stands for aureus, but you'd be wrong. It actually stands for protein A, and it's the main virulence factor for Staph aureus.
This is not Arknights.
So you should definitely know it, and even better, you should know how it works. Protein A is a component of the Staph aureus cell wall, and it can bind the Fc portion of immunoglobulins. To visually represent this, we'll show the A binding an antibody at the Fc region. By doing this, protein A prevents complement from binding the same region, working to prevent opsonization and phagocytosis. All of this better enables it to colonize its host. Which brings me to my next point. Staph aureus colonizes the nares, or opening of the nose. And how will we show this? Notice the sphinx back here is missing his nose. That's because we moved it right here. We're using it as our symbol for colonizing the nose. Now we're going to dive into the diseases caused by Staph aureus. The first grouping are the inflammatory diseases. First we'll have this guy walking the camel, and he's falling to his knees and coughing. As he does that, he's pulling the camel down to his knees too. First, let's talk about their coughing. Staph aureus causes pneumonia, and the x-ray is said to look like there's patchy infiltrate. So we'll draw this patchwork quilt on the camel and on the coughing man to remind you of these patchy infiltrates. More importantly, you should remember these icosahedron-shaped lamps hanging off of the camel. I actually got suckered into buying one of these in Morocco. But anyway, in our drawing, they're supposed to remind you of the icosahedron-shaped capsule of a virus. And we have these here because the pneumonia caused by Staph aureus is most commonly a secondary post-viral superinfection, or a bacterial infection that occurs after our immune system has been weakened by a viral infection. Next, let's talk about why we have them kneeling. Well, it's because we wanted to draw attention to their knees, so we'll even add bandages to the camel's knees.
Septic arthritis.
And this should tell you that they have joint problems. And in this case, it's from septic arthritis.
Haha.
Staph aureus is the most common cause of septic arthritis in adults. Staph aureus causes a range of skin infections like cellulitis, impetigo, furuncles, which are boils, or carbuncles, which are slightly larger boils, and abscesses. But on tests, they tend to stick more towards the really nasty abscesses. So we'll make these camels' humps covered with red cloth, and this way they look like some really large erythematous abscesses.
Erythematous just means red.
Camel getting spooked and running in a full camel sprint towards the edge of a cliff.
No,
This
we're not
poor
popping
passenger is
them.
really freaking out.
Not
And rightly
popping
so.
them,
She's
Yune.
clutching her chest in fear. So this camel getting
that's not gonna
spooked out
stop
of nowhere
anyone.
and starting to sprint should make you think of a
Oh.
really rapid onset. It just happened out of nowhere.
We are watching medical cartoons. We're watching cartoons about Staph aureus. Or rather, one cartoon about Staph aureus. Then we're going to go back to talking about the presentation of disease for breasts. I can't show that on screen. This is what I can show on screen.
And all of a sudden you're at the edge of a cliff. We're using her clutching her chest and having the hearts all over the camel to signal heart problems, specifically endocarditis. So altogether, Staph aureus causes rapid onset or acute bacterial endocarditis. In question stems, you should be thinking about Staph aureus endocarditis in someone that's an IV
I
drug
can't
user.
show boobies
In
on
these
screen,
cases, it's
dude. I also
generally a
don't have
right-sided
any.
heart infection, especially in the tricuspid valve. So first, to remember IV drug users, rather than drawing her and the camel shooting up somewhere in a bathroom stall, we'll stick to something more appropriate for this era, and we'll draw a mortar and pestle with these weird medication vials. These drugs will remind you of IV drug use.
Okay, it looks like there's going to be an ad break in 30 seconds, so I am going to pause on this. But yeah, so Maddie, are you getting it?
I think so.
I hope.
So.
Okay, good. because like this is how I learn a lot. Or rather, this is like my leisure studying. This is my leisure studying. My leisure studying is just, I'm going to watch cartoons and they will still help me learn. This is all I do. Usually I do this when I'm like just waiting for the next class and I'm already at school and my phone's dead. I just put this on my laptop and then I just watch them. Yeah. Yeah. Like, this stuff is fun. I just wish they had like good pathology videos so that I could just watch the stuff on like breast pathology and shit. But their pathology videos are a little low yield compared to like their to like the other shit that they have. Yes. Yes, it is Moses parting the Red Sea of blood, because this is coagulase. And I mean, I guess I am built different. It's more like if I don't keep up the momentum, then I'll just stop and not do anything. And I can't live like that. I can't do that because I got stuff to do. I got stuff I gotta do, man. That ain't how it works. It's like you just have to keep doing things.
Only kind of stuff today.
That's okay.
I'm in a lot of pain.
Girl, that's understandable. What kind of medical cartoon this is? This is the best kind of medical cartoon. It's teaching you with visuals. Like, so like this is weird. I'm weird, as y'all already fucking know. But like, you know what I fucking do? Sometimes when I have like paper exams, I just draw it. Yeah, and it's, oh, Annie, I totally understand. You're like, should I go to Spectral Stream? Because I know probably did it. Wait, what do you mean? I mean, yeah. Yes, the art style is like old Flash games, and it's great. Mocha, wait, you don't like sketchy? Mocha, you don't like sketchy? You're breaking my heart here. Also, wait, I'll send you like my whole folder. Like, this isn't anime. This is just old cartoons. Wait, Mocha, I'm sending you this then. Just download the sketchy folder. Just download the sketchy folder so that you don't like, everybody uses the drive and it's like, dude, I've been telling them, hey, download the folder to your hard drive or to your PC or to your iPad or to your fucking laptop, because that'll be more effective and you don't have to contend with the internet speeds. But no, they always use the fucking link and they just always play it on the link. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? But yes, Mocha, can you tell why this is Staph aureus? I know that you know, but still, you're the intern here. Like, you should be teaching me.
To remind you that tricuspid is the most commonly affected valve, we'll draw these three, or pyramids lined up directly behind her. Staph aureus is also the most common cause of osteomyelitis in adults, so we'll add some fish bones here.
Yeah.
Fish bones left out in the sun like this would be really rancid and smelly.
Yes!
Clue you into some sort of infection of the bone. It'll be the symbol we always use for osteomyelitis.
Because it's a bone infection, because the bones are funky.
Rip.
Because the bones are funky. Mocha, what? Huh. You're on vacation right now and your brain has not revisited your lectures. That's okay. You know what you can do? You can watch sketchy. You can watch sketchy on your vacation. That's what I did. Did you know what I was doing on... Dr. Mocha's on vacation. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. You're just vacation, Mocha. Amazing. The analogies are different. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. But no, Ani, like, you know what I was doing? Like, when I didn't have to do, like, family stuff or go to parties, like with a family and like eat buffet stuff or like do any like outings and stuff, I was just sitting in the corner watching Sketchy or
Your
doing my
parents are fucking
flashcards.
doctors, though.
Yes. And you know what they would tell me to do? If
That
there's no they would tell me to do that. What do you mean you're scared, Ani? You forget I've had to become a studying machine. Oh, that I would have to study on vacation. Like when there's no events or anything going on. Those are the best times for me to just do flashcards or watch a video. No, I mean, yes, watching sketches as a kid turns into a rat tapeworm over time. Yes, yes. I mean, my productivity is not even that scary. There are people in med school, there are people in my med school that are better, that are even more productive than I am.
There are people in med school who, how many hours of sleep do you think JF got every night? Just like dead ass.
2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There are like 17 people like him. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I want to be like him. I want to be like him. I'm not like that. Don't ask me how much I slept today, though. Don't ask me that. You're not a cop. You better not be a cop and ask me that. Don't ask me that. That's not allowed.
I'm too like I give too little. I hate to say too little of a fuck because obviously like I give a fuck about like if people are in pain or if people are suffering
exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But like if someone wants to make like, okay, I think vaping is bad. I don't think really anyone should vape unless they're using it for smoking cessation. You know, like not great. But if someone else who fully possesses all of the information, you know, about fucking vaping and knows the pros and the cons is like, I still want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's your life. I don't care.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I completely agree.
So like it's that kind of stuff, like where if you're an adult and you know what the fuck is up, I don't care enough about that kind of stuff to I don't have the brain space to be a cop.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But yeah, so, and also Yune, the Hatman is not waiting for me because I did not take any Benadryl.
But this time we'll add 2 because Staph aureus is the most common cause of osteomyelitis. Now I'll talk about the toxin-mediated diseases caused by Staph aureus. The first is called scalded skin syndrome. We'll draw this bald gentleman with his turban off, just roasting in the sun, getting really sunburned, or you could say his skin is getting scalded. And just like a sunburn, in scalded skin syndrome, your skin will begin to peel off. This is all mediated by exfoliative toxin, a protease. The next toxigenic disease is toxic shock syndrome. The classic situation for toxic shock syndrome is someone leaving some sort of foreign packing in for too long, like a gauze after a rhinoplasty.
Or like tampons.
The toxin is called toxic shock syndrome
tampons would have been the better
toxin,
example.
or
I feel like that's the one
TSST,
everyone.
and it's a super antigen.
Yeah, it's more higher yield for like common people, but like for me, the other one is more important too.
This causes overactivation and eventual cytokine storm, which could be potentially fatal. To remind you of super antigen and shock, we'll draw on a cape, this super cape, with a lightning bolt for shock. We'll use this in another video to represent toxic shock syndrome. For the last toxin, we'll draw another running camel, but this time the woman on it is clutching her mouth and looking green as if she just threw up in her mouth a little bit.
Yeah, Staph aureus food poisoning.
And the running camel signifies rapid onset. It's a rapid onset food poisoning because the toxin is preformed. So as soon as it's ingested, it can start causing symptoms within 1 to 8 hours. Unlike most food poisonings we learn about, Staph aureus food poisoning is more associated with vomiting than diarrhea.
Yep.
This is why we have her look like she's going to vomit. The food poisoning comes from meats and cream-based foods like mayonnaise or custards that are left out for too long. So we'll draw some meats in what looks like to be a jar of mayonnaise, which clearly are without adequate refrigeration. So now this next part may not be biblically accurate, but in our story, the Pharaoh comes out, raises his hand, and shows the Israelites mercy. This gesture of mercy will stand for MRSA, or methicillin-resistant Staph aureus. MRSA becomes resistant methicillin by altering its penicillin-binding proteins, or PBP. So PvP and Staff Aureus helps construct the cell walls. In this story, the Israelite slaves used to be responsible for constructing the cell walls, but now that they've left, the pharaoh resorts to using these altered pyramid building people, the Anubis, or a jackal-headed god. Think of these altered humans building the pyramids, and you should remember that MRSA acquires its resistance to penicillin by altering its penicillin binding proteins. Now for the treatment of MRSA, we use vancomycin. Our symbol for vancomycin throughout the course will be a van, but to keep with this era, instead of using a van...
Okay, 1 second. So, Ani, though, yeah, coming to your stream is conflicting. Like, I'm here watching you work, and then I'm like, I should be working too. What am I doing in my life? But if I wouldn't have those thoughts if I didn't see you, so I might not feel the need to be productive. I mean, so, like, the whole thing about this stream is that, like, I am aware that for a lot of people, I am second monitor content, and I am very happy with that, because what I want people to do is to also work. Like, I want people to work on the stuff that they're supposed to be doing while they're in here. It's just that I talk a lot, so, like, that's why I'm not using the co-working and studying, like, topic. I'm using the just chatting because I talk a lot. So, just chatting doesn't really make sense for this. And probably bimbo limbo. Yes, exactly. Anything to pass medical school. What do you said don't compare yourself though? I mean, fair enough. But it's like yeah, you know what? Fair enough. I also feel that way. Multitasking is hard, but it's like, I think my ideal state would be like podcast. Like, I could be a podcast. I think I could talk at length about things, and like, that is what I'm doing. Bitch, it's literally been an hour and 13 minutes. I am in streaming. And yes, dog is comparing abscesses to camel humps, but isn't it going to help you remember the look? It's going to help you remember the look of it, right? 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 But yeah, like, hell, I lurk in a lot of streams. I mean, yes. Yeah, I need to process information. For everybody else, your problem is you want to focus on me. I appreciate that, but like, also, I'm not going to be offended. I understand that you're like chatting as well, and this is what Vanny's doing. Vanny is like coding while listening to someone study medicine. Like, I do that a lot whenever I listen to people stream. I sometimes chat when there's something in there that's interesting to me, or if I like want to come in there and I say hi, but like, you do what you gotta do, you know? You do what you gotta do. Hell, I listen to like random fucking videos of just the news sometimes, just to have something playing in the background. You either code or listen. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, like, I need noise in the background sometimes, but I need controlled noise, you know? Like, Maddie, am I the only one and do you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I do.
Yeah, like, controlled noise is great. Like, I can have noise if it's noise that I wanted to put in here. So, like, random non-lyric music, I can do that. Someone's stream that I have on like 5% to where I can't really hear what they're saying, but I'm in there and I'm giving them support. You lose focus after listening to you talk. No, I understand that. I understand that entirely. That's also why, like, usually when I'm in lurking mode, I just put I'm sorry to all of you guys that I watch on stream, but that I watch stream, but usually I put you guys at like 5%. So that I don't get completely distracted forever, and then I get busy, and then I just ask questions and I kind of forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So like, it's a me problem, and I've had to do a lot of weird things like mitigate that. My methods don't always work for everybody else. You know? Like, I am someone that would like people to figure out the ways that work for them, for their learning, for their self-improvement, etc., etc., etc. Because, I mean, I don't fucking know. Philosophical here. Life is short. We might as well do our best at things, right?
We'll use
some
a
of
caravan.
these people, I'm trying to find pictures of IVs. Some of these people use a fuck ton of tape, man. And I kind of want to know
how much tape do they? I want to see. I want to see the pictures.
Well, like I'm just noticing like several different images. Like I'm like, oh, okay, like one is like some of them they're like, I don't know what the right word would be. Like they're clearly meant to keep something sterile, but like the ones that make me go what are like the ones that like they'll wrap it like because I'm like, oh, okay, you want to place like you want to keep the actual IV,
yeah,
so that it doesn't like move around. Okay, so you need tape here, but then why are you taping it again up the arm?
Oh, that's so that because like when you move your arm and shit.
Oh, so the patient doesn't fuck it up?
Yeah, because like that's why you stabilize like everything. Like that's why when you like do bandages, you stabilize like the part that's hurt. So like say you're doing a thumb thing, you wrap the thumb, but you don't just wrap the thumb. Thumb can still move. You go up. You go up. Yeah. You go up in like a crisscross, like an X pattern. If I had, oh, by the way, once I find my webcam, I'm gonna figure out how to do a hand cam so that I can like practice sutures on stream.
Ooh.
Cause like, oh god, though, that means I also have to clean my desk. I don't want to clean my desk. Fuck. But I'll do it.
You'll be fine.
I'll be lazy. But yeah, I'll survive. But yeah, so we're going to continue this.
But we'll still have it shaped to look like our vancomycin van that you'll see in our future drawings. Finally, if the Staph aureus infection is determined to be methicillin sensitive, then you should treat it with an appropriate penicillin because this will actually work more effectively in killing the bug than Vanco. A good choice for methicillin sensitive Staph aureus is a penicillin called nafcillin. We'll change this Pharaoh's staph into a pencil. Pencils are a symbol for penicillin, and a good mnemonic people use is NAF for staff, which we've illustrated by substituting a staff for a pencil. Okay, and that's all for me right now. I've got pretty bad writer's cramp, so I'm going to stop here. But continue on to the next video where we discuss staph sacrifice.
Alerts? Oh, that's on Stream Elements. I don't know how to do that. I know how to set up specifically the stuff on OBS, just on OBS, like the layers and stuff. Stream Elements, I use other people's like assets and things that they make, like their own alerts, that kind of thing on Stream Elements. I don't know how to do any of that. I'm so sorry. I cannot help any further other than like, this is how you make a layer. This is how you make a source. This is how you put the source in a folder. Label the source in the folders so that you know what it's talking about. Wait, so where are you at right now when it comes to like setting up your OBS, dude? I'm so confused. But ask me later. I still have to talk about presentations of disease in breast cancer. Wait, no. I said ask me later.
I don't think they heard. I think they were coming in before you.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, so we're gonna go back to what I was supposed to be talking about earlier, and I'm gonna turn on the Pomodoro.
I'm gonna just still be here, but I'm gonna mute because I'm gonna do my own shit, and then I'll just be like, what the fuck if I have any questions.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Pomodoro timer starting now. Focus time. Yeah, I was like, wait a second, not yet. I was still studying, dude. You can ask me like after stream if I'm still awake. No, it's okay. Like, it's okay that you did that. It's more like, ask next time. Oh yeah, so we're gonna have this picture up still. But okay, so there are some stuff to take note before we even get to the presentations of disease. It is actually, did you know that it's only with the onset of pregnancy that the breast becomes completely mature and functional? And by the end of pregnancy, the breast is composed entirely, almost entirely, of lobules separated by scant stroma. So like the stroma is, so like basically all these little stromas appear, like the healthy lobules up there. There's gonna be a shit ton of that when the person is pregnant. And by the time they're done being pregnant, it's gonna be fully made up of lobules and less of the other tissue around it, less of the stroma. Pregnancy also produces permanent changes in the breast. There's going to be permanent increase in size and the number of the lobules in the breast. And in older women, the previously fibrous and radiodense tissue is replaced by fatty radiodense tissue. I don't know how to explain that. I have to go to, that's what class is about. That's what our class is about tomorrow. Yes, there is logic to the health terms. So the health terms here, so like when it means by epithelial hyperplasia, we can break these words down. That's like the beauty of a lot of the etymology here. Or like, what is a fibroadenoma? Oma, growth. Adeno here is like well, actually it's adenoma. So an adenoma is just an epithelial tumor of a glandular origin. So it's like fibrous gland tumor. So fiber, adeno, fiber, adenoma, benign glandular tumor. So put those two words together, you have a fibrous glandular benign tumor, or a benign fibrous glandular tumor. Basically, it makes sense. There's hemangioma. Hemangioma is hema. Hema is blood or blood vessel of the blood. Hema, like hematology. Hemomancer. Bloodmancer, blood mage, that kind of thing. Hemangioma is an angioma composed of blood vessels. An angioma is just a benign tumor again. An angioma specifically is benign tumors that are derived from the cells of like your blood vessels or like your lymphatic vessels. They're vascular cells in origin. That's what they are. But now we're going to go on to the clinical presentation of breast disease. So, for this, we are going to go look at, or we're going to talk about a lot of the different things about breasts. So like usually they're not going to be lumpy. But lumpiness is a clinical presentation of disease in the breast. Why? This is the most, well, firstly, what is lumpiness? This is like the most common, and this is just diffuse nodularity of the breast. So like there's a lot of palpable nodules. Like you can feel, instead of like just solid mass, like solid mass of tit, you can feel like, oh, there's a lump in there. Lumpiness, like if maybe there's one lump, maybe there's more lumps. It's like, I don't know how to say, I don't know like how to explain it, but it could feel like possibly a bag of, yeah, like, or it's more like a bag of squishy marbles.
Yeah, I've had like, not like actually in my like actual breast, but like in the side, like my lymph.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
breast under my armpit.
Mm.
Like I had a lump, and it really honestly depends on like how deep it really goes.
Yes.
But I hate this answer because it feels like such a non-answer. But
I
like
know.
you can tell, it feels wrong.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, you ever just feel like fat on your abdomen? That's what your tits feel like. Basically, it's just a big bag of fat. You're not supposed to be feeling lumpiness in your bags of fat. Like, if there's lumpiness there, that's bad. And basically, you're gonna, this is the most common presentation of illness, and it's going to need additional imaging. Like when it's an additional imaging studies, like supporting. Wait, like, I really hope you're not serious. Because like, if you have tits, well, this is just a general thing. Everybody that has tits, like pronounced tits, should be doing breast checks every month. Is it every month? I forget.
When I was first in middle school and learning these things from my pediatrician, I was told every month, and I've never been given updated guidance, but
okay, yeah, I looked it up. It's still every month.
Back in like 2010, it was every month, and I never and I like have a set thing in my phone. I would actually go as far as to say, I mean, would someone who has had top surgery, I mean, I still think that maybe not every month, but like I still think because you never can really confirm if you got everything. Like, so wouldn't it still be good to kind of feel everything every once in a while to make sure?
I actually have no clue.
You know what I mean?
Oh, apparently yes.
Okay.
You still need breast cancer screening, but your risk of cancer is very low.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, okay. I'm looking at the Susan G. Komen like breast cancer like website about it. And okay, for surgery. So any age with top surgery, mammography is not recommended. Same for breast MRI and breast ultrasound because there's no titty. If there's no titty, not recommended. Well, Bungus. Whoa, hello. How you doing, McTerror? There's also another obvious presentation is pain. This pain on your titty could be cyclical, like if you have menses, or it could be non-cyclical. And about 5% of breast pain is due to breast cancers. Nice. I mean, it's more like there's more cancer risk involved with other things. The size of tits do not matter in terms of like cancer risk. And also if you literally just remove all the tit tissue, then like obviously less cancer risk.
And this goes around on the internet every so often, and it like drives me up the fucking wall.
Mm-hmm.
It does not matter what kind of bra you wear, how often you wear the bra, or if you don't wear a goddamn bra. None of these things have any actual linked causative factor to your likelihood of fucking developing cancer.
Yeah.
And even the quote-unquote risk that some people have claimed of your tits being saggier if you support them more often, okay, well, you're already keeping them in a tit sack anyways, so why do you care if they're down to your knees if you're constantly wearing a bra anyway? Because that's your fucking preference, so who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe some people want their tits to be like fucking stiff, perky, like fucking Laura Croft? Fuck.
Yeah, but like that's just not realistic with
I know it's not. I know it's not realistic, but it's the people and their preferences.
Right. Especially if you have children and like reproduce.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so just wear or not wear whatever the fuck you want. You are not going to cause or not cause cancer because of your bra.
You are going to cause cancer if you smoke, though. Excessive drinking will also do it. Excessive stress. Another one would be not weirdly enough, but oral contraceptive pills are they can increase your risk of getting breast cancer, but they also can be
they lower the risks of what is it, ovarian?
Yes, ovarian.
Yeah, ovarian.
I wish I knew what counted as stress. I just know that I just know that stress is the one. Because I mean, technically what I'm doing all the time, where I have very little sleep, I just constantly study all the time. Yeah, I probably have an increased risk of cancer. But also, it might just be because sometimes I just go out and have a little drinky drink. Also the sun. The sun is another one. UV rays also cause cancer. I do avoid the sun. Do you know why? Because I get fucking hives out in the sun.
Or if you char your fucking meat.
Yeah, that too, but... I love barbecue though. Girl. That's what I've been craving when I come back home. I really want...
I know.
Burnt ends. I want burnt ends so bad. I want burnt ends from fucking St. Louis.
We can go.
Please, yay. I'm so excited.
I think like with anything else in life, you have to have balance. Just don't eat all your fucking charred meat every day. I saw this like
what if I want
cardio surgeon whose wife has a social media presence, and she was like doing one of those like things my husband, a cardio surgeon, would never do, and he's like, I never eat charred meat, and I was like, sir.
Tuberculosis, sorry, 1 minute, Maddie. Tuberculosis, aka TB, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Girl, TB is in the chat. TB is in the chat.
In the house.
Let's go. Oh my god. We love our acid fast bacterium. Oh my god. You're famous. You're so famous, TB. How are you doing? We love you. No, actually, I think my favorite bacteria is still gonna be leprosy though, but it's still a mycobacterium. So you know what? It's still acid fast. I'm glad you're doing well, TB. Can I call you TB? I'm so pleased by this. What do you mean? TB. I'm not making fun of your name. I'm like genuinely excited. This is so cool.
They're a freaking you're a med student.
Also, I did not draw my VTuber model. This VTuber model is a customizable model made by Isa23 that I have done a lot of texture editing to, but I did not create the model. And I am so glad that TB in fact works. Oh my god. You are so cool, TB. Wait, are we talking about like Arthur, the one that made the tuberculin vaccine? Like the BCG vaccine? Yeah, that was Kimmy. Kimmy also has a customized version. Oh, Arthur Morgan. Oh, from Red Dead. Right, because the BCG vaccine was made by Albert Calmet and Camille Guerin. That's why it's called the... Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. No, TV's just a cool... That's just cool. We need to find someone that's named Giardia. And they need to join.
Oh my god.
They need to join the server. And then we need someone named fucking Tania Solium. And they also need to join the server. We're gonna be micro maxing up in here.
I don't want a bacterium max though. The raw milk scares me.
Yeah, raw milk is scary. That's true. I mean, yeah, TB sucks for farmers. But like, studying them is cool. Studying bacteria and the treatments are cool. What's up?
What was that one thing? I always forget it. Fuck. Really bad. Really, really bad. We eradicated it. And then, like, the last known case of it,
polio,
was literally like a photographer. No, not polio. Literally a photographer in a British college. She was downstairs from the lab and then somehow contracted it, brought it home. Both of her parents got it. She and her dad both died of it. And, like, to this day, the ward of that hospital.
smallpox.
Yes.
Smallpox.
To this day, the ward of that hospital, they don't use it. Like, once the dad died, the daughter died, and the mom was discharged, like, they closed that fucker off, and they just walked the fuck out.
How quickly does an antihistamine wear off? They usually, like, so if you use a long acting antihistamine like cetirizine, like I use cetirizine and it's a 24-hour one. I don't know the half-life or the peak, I forgot. But I think is polio? I think polio is close to being eradicated.
It might have been. Isn't that one of the ones we're bringing back?
No, that's measles.
Right, but I mean, aren't people probably going to start also probably refusing the polio?
Well, if they do, I mean, it's very... Honestly, the interesting thing about polio nowadays, like, people aren't really recommended to get the vaccine unless they're going to go to an endemic area, and the endemic areas are really remote. So, if you decide to go to an endemic area with polio, then, okay, good luck. Not my problem.
Okay, that makes sense.
Polio has bubbled up here and there, but it's not a big deal. Yeah. That's so crazy, though. Polio is scary to me. There's apparently polio in some areas in the Philippines. Yeah. But, oh yeah, there's also palpable masses. So when I meant there's lumps, now you can feel palpable masses. The most common palpable lesions in the breast are going to be cysts, fibroadenomas, or invasive cancers. A mass that's like 2 to 3 centimeters large is usually going to be palpable. The majority are going to be benign, and the mass is like round to ovoid, rubbery, and like can be mobile. So like you can push them around underneath the skin. And in 50% of breast cancers, the mass is going to be located at the the upper outer quadrant. The upper outer quadrant is where they're going to be. Nipple discharge. Now we're going to go into that. A nipple discharge. This may be normal when in small amounts and bilateral. Galactorrhea is just milky discharge associated with elevated prolactin level. And this can happen among people taking oral contraceptives, tricyclic antidepressants, methodopa, and phenothiazines. Bloody discharge, bad. This can be due to large duct papillomas and cysts, pregnancy, and malignancy. And if there's like bloody spontaneous unilateral, so it's like only in one tit and not the other, in elderly patients, this is usually likely due to breast malignancy. Then we have purulent. So this is just bacterial infection. So like you got pus coming out in your titty.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, maybe this is a stupid question.
What's up?
Like, pus versus titty milk. I would just assume that you would, like, if someone was lactating, they would just kind of be able to tell if it was
Yeah,
pus
they would
or
look different.
some other symptom.
They would look different.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I have patho class about this tomorrow morning, so I will let you know. Like, cool, girl, you literally message me on Twitter all the time. Just DM me on Twitter during my class so I can stay awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just be like, titty milk versus titty pus. Okay.
Thank you so much. So, titty milk versus titty pus is crazy. But that is what we're talking about today. Next, inflammatory disorders. We're gonna go look at. Oh wait. Oh no! I didn't even go to disease disorders of development just yet. And technically, we're done with the clinical presentations of breast disease. These are going to be lumpiness, pain, can be cyclic with your menstruation, or hormone related, or non-cyclic, so just happening without any influence of your cycle. The palpable masses, cysts, fibroadenomas, invasive cancers. Once they get to 2 to 3 centimeters, the masses are usually palpable. Majority are benign, but like some, like the other 5% could be breast cancer. Then there's also inflammation. Titty milk versus titty pus. Yes.
Yeah,
what's up?
That, and then there's that titty condition where one boob in theory like grows to what, you know, that person's natural cup size is. And then the other boobie small. And so they're not like even reasonably uniform. Like they're like 2 to 3 plus cup size in difference. And then people usually either end up getting like a unilateral like reduction, or they wear a prosthetic.
So I mean, I actually don't know why that's the case. Apparently some genetic stuff, but like for the specific extremes, I have no fucking clue. I should ask like
I just always kind of heard it was one of those like shit happens.
I mean, that's what it's telling me when I looked it up.
Like,
just now.
I also could imagine like potentially, I mean, and this is like, I'm just like throwing this shit out here. Like potentially like maybe like a developmental like an injury.
I mean, it could also be like hormone discrepancies.
Yeah. Like,
because ideally they should be growing at the same time, at the same rate, because they're getting the same amount of hormones. Maybe there's something like that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Oh, according to TB, you checked and you are in fact vaccinated against polio, and you also have the scar thingy. Oh, cool. I did not know that. That's cool. I also have the scar thingy for the TB vaccine. I have the BCG. And also, I forgot to talk about inflammation. Inflammation. This is just erythema, so redness and swelling of the tit part involved, and is usually going to be caused by infection. I mean, yeah, go figure. Infection is going to cause inflammation, and then maybe will also cause like purulent discharge, so basically like pus-filled discharge. Like, no shit.
I have a friend. Well, no, shit, we're not friends anymore, but like, we could be graduated. But I had a friend in undergrad who she got an infection, like I think our freshman year, like in both of her titties.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounded painful as fuck. I was like, nope.
And to your question, TB, my TB vaccine, it kind of looks like a square. I would say that, or like maybe a rectangle, like a tiny rectangle. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I kind of have on mine. I could be wrong. Like, that's what it looks like to me. But also, it's pretty old. Yeah, it was a pretty old thingy, so I was like, Okay. Before we go onwards, let us do... Yeah, because like basically I could just end the fucking like timer now, because we basically finished with the clinical presentations. Didn't realize that we would. Okay. Presentation of the disease done. We got a 5-minute break. Oh my god. Damn. Girl, do you want to do today's Wordle? Let's do today's Wordle. Let me open up Wordle.
Okay.
Actually, not connections. I like doing connections. Okay, so connections matches. We're gonna create 4 groups of 4. Windshield wiper, metronome, pendulum, swing. Oh, nice. Things that move back and forth. Nice, awesome. And let's see what Ani says. How learners related to logic and realize that what you meant by inference a little bit more. Language learning has an inference how we fill in logic based on the fact that we know. Yeah. That's how it worked for other skills as well, though. Like, you still like fill in the blanks that you don't know yet with like making predictions and shit off of what you already know. That still hasn't. That's been the same. So like you're getting it, and I'm really glad that you're getting it. Like for real. Don't mind me. Just tilting it forward. Scale. Close. Amazing. Cool. I don't know what the fuck this is asking me for. Step. We're playing connections for like a break. I mean, for him, it's just practice. Like, you cut your hair, you cut the hair, something worked, and then other things didn't work. Then you just keep practicing those skills over and over. But yeah, we're playing connections for a second because I'm just trying to figure this out. Weather vane, cuckoo clock, Mexican flag, Fruit Loops all have birds. Yes, featuring birds. Okay. Desert, hourglass, sandbox. What? Hunger? Whoa, places to find sand. Damn. Nice, I did it.
Whoa.
Nice, let's do the mini. I have to subscribe to play the mini. But, oh, yeah, but like it makes no sense. I mean, how so? What doesn't make sense here? And yeah, if you got sand in your nuclear bunker, yeah, I feel bad. Yeah, exactly, I agree. Because sand gets everywhere. I hate sand. You know? Out and out. D. Wait. Uh-oh. AT. How do I submit the word? Forgot. How do I submit the word? Too short? Oh. Wait. D-A-D-A-T-E? Date. Okay, not what I'm thinking of then. E V O what? Nope. T O E R. Nope. I don't know what word I'm thinking of here. It's like, what does it mean by out and out? I know there are words in here that I could think of. I know there are 6 themed words, but I'm like thinking here. Wait. L-O. Wait. Luge? No. What am I thinking here? Because like with baby, I can give a conversation point where, yeah. Yes. I mean, here's the thing. We know a lot about language learning because that's like the biggest way to learn. But how it works with a barber, I mean, that's where like you have tactile skills and tactile learning coming into play, where you have like direct shit coming in. It's like, for example, someone can know the steps of how to throw a suture, like how to do a suture, but can they do it well? Or like someone can know how to do CPR. Do they know it confidently enough to do it well? Also, I have no clue. Wait. TEMPE? What? What the fuck? VE? A minute. I'm just gonna make some random words up so I can get a hint. NAET. Hint. Oh, like out and out. TOTAL. I mean, the full framework of learning, I don't know that, and I don't know that either. There's like a lot of psychology books about that, about just the topic of what is learning and how to learn. I didn't read those because I wasn't really like, I took one fucking like seminar on like educational psychology, but like that was it because I wasn't really interested in it at that point in life. Now I'm actually interested in it because DIET. I don't know what the word is. But it's like, we also don't know what you don't know. So it's like, what do you mean? So like, you don't know what you don't know. I am serious. I mean, yeah, you can learn what you don't know. Yes, you can. Yes, but like, you need to know the boundaries of what you don't know. It's like the whole thing of the 4 stages of learning. Oh shit. Hey. Oh my god, wait. Who fall? Moth! Oh my god! Hi! How are you doing? We were playing the connections. Yeah, there's always a boundary. Always. But it's like, you have to know, you have to get through that boundary, basically. Because like, once you know, it's like, yeah. It's like, you start making a map. You start making a map of like what you don't know and what you do know. Then you can start to fill in the gaps. Shit's hard. Learning is weird. Learning is a very nebulous concept to like try and understand, and like there are lots of books about it. Like there's a lot of shit about. Yeah. I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down. Because that is important. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know. I don't know what an out and out word is here. That's what I'm very confused by. Yes, they are. And it's like, that's where I'm getting, and exactly. I don't know. Wait. REU. cruel. No, that's just not in the word list. Oh, you found out how you got, oh God, okay. I'm glad we figured it out. The antibiotic you're prescribed caused a lot of problems. Damn, dude. Maybe it's dyne. What? T-E-U-T-T-E-R? I don't get how these... You're allergic to amoxicillin? No fucking wonder. Damn. Fucking hell, dude. V-O-W-E-L. I don't know what these words are. I don't know, like... D-Y-E-D? D-I-E-T? Oh. T... Oh, amoxicillin? No, no. No, I said it correctly. At least I think I did. 1 minute. I am... Yeah. How was this an out and out word? I say amoxicillin different from you guys? What? I say it differently? Oh, according to Lord Google, I said it correctly. I mean, okay, cool. I didn't know. One day you will get chicken soup. I believe. Oh, wait. What? T-H... O-U-G-H. T-H-O-R-O-U. Thorough. Okay, that makes more sense. God. T-I-R-E-L-O-R-E. What? I just realized the word table was here the whole time and I didn't even see it. High octane gameplay. I mean, it's this is how my streams usually go. Usually I do random high cerebral content mixed with like just no brain bullshit like this that I'm struggling through. And then I'm gonna play the fucking ad segment, which is where I play a fucking, what's the game called? Where I play Arknights for an hour. Yeah, and to be fair, yes, I would like to know if I want to know what the question is, because I don't understand. T-I-R-A-V-L-E. What the fuck is this? E-L-E-V-L. Ear Oh my god, what is this word? Yeah. Die at the top, and you probably did it though. Like T. I feel like it's T-I-E. T-I-E-D. 1 minute. What the fuck? T-I-D-A-L. Title. This is the other hint. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, veritable. How was that out and out? How was that veritable? I see the word wool. Veritable. Like veritable. So it's like the veritable peak. Oh! Oh, when they mean by out and out, they mean like the pinnacle, I think. I think that's the question. Like, it is being in fact, it is true or real, meant to like being truly or very much so. So it's like the, my fucking god, okay. Okay. Welcome back from the ads. I'm still figuring this out. Yeah. I know. Died in the Yune, your brain. Yune, your brain. What the fuck? No, that makes sense now. I barely understand, honestly. W-O-N-T? I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm just basically finding words, as many words as I can. D-E-N-T. What the fuck? 1 minute. Like, I don't know what this word is. Oh, right, went. Denoted. Oh! Can I use demoted? Can I say that? No, I can say downtown. Moving up. Okay. Let down? Okay. Fucking wool. Woolen. Wooden. I don't fucking know. Low down? What? Damn it. What do you mean I have to pay? I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay to play this game. How dare you? I can play this already. So we can play this here. And it's like, why would I do that to play a word game when I can just play more word games without it? Oh, wait. So less than 5. Can it be 5? And then I have no clue. That's the thing. I don't know. Where's the hint? I know it's here that's wrong. That's fine. Well, yeah, all of these are by New York Times, but that's all I know. Oh my god, wait. I figured it out. I agree. I don't like saying that, but yeah. Is it? It's here. It's literally just here that's wrong. It's literally just these two. I'm very confused. It's like I got this right. No, I got that wrong. I mean, I could do like 4, 1. Like that. Okay. Where's the wrong spot? What do you mean? I thought I did it. Unless, hear me out. I just swapped this out. Put that in. There we go. That was easy. Crazy. Interesting. What a great deal. Okay, now we're gonna go on to yapping about one more topic before we go on to play Arknights. Endfield. So next part is gonna be... I'm gonna actually go over 2 parts because like... Also, you drive by their office sometimes and it's super nice on the outside. That's cool. I didn't even... Okay, mate, this is me. Oh, wait, no! Right! You live in Mamdanistan. Of course you see the New York Times office. Of course you see the New York Times office. Of course you would. You live in New York. I forgot. I was like, wait, how do you see the New York office? Go figures, because she fucking lives in New York. Like, wow, I'm so smart. I'm like almost a doctor, you guys. Go fucking figure. Look, sometimes my brain just doesn't want to work. But okay, we're gonna go over disorders of development and inflammatory disorders just really quick in like 2 go, because like cancer is going to be the biggest one. So disorders of development, these are just going to be supernumerary nipples and breasts, so like extra. You have accessory axillary breast tissue, so like you have tit tissue in your armpit basically, or you have congenital nipple inversion where it's like they're inverted, like where they're hiding. I don't know how to explain it, but like they're hidden inside. Inflammatory disorders, we got acute mastitis. The majority will occur during the first month of breastfeeding. This is going to be fissures and cracks in the nipples become a... Oh, wait. Let me see. Here's the New York Times being mildly stupid. Flying machines which do not fly as an editor. Oh. Wow. Damn. That's interesting. Certain in response to Samuel Langley's failed experiment 2 days prior. Wait. But then when was the Wright brothers experiment? Like for the... Fair enough, but like when was the Wright brothers experiment? Like when did that happen? I forgot. Yeah. Interesting. So that means, I mean, obviously, none of these fucking, like, institutions of law, or not law, what the fuck am I saying? All these law institutions or media institutions are not always infallible. All of these places are painfully fallible and full of biases, as you can obviously tell, etc., etc. But okay. Acute mastitis. Fissures and cracks in the nipple will become point of entry for the Staphylococcus aureus, and less commonly by Streptococci species. One duct system can get involved, and if left untreated, the infection may spread to the entire breast, which will make the breast red, inflamed, painful, and the patient will have fever. Yeah. I mean, hey. Be really funny. It'd be really funny if they were right. I don't think, and obviously I'm glad they're wrong, but still, like, imagine how long it would take for that to happen. Like, humans are crazy. We can do a lot of really weird and crazy things if we just, like, apply ourselves, or like well, no, it is a part of it. Like, we can apply ourselves, do the things, see the boundaries of our knowledge and try to go past it, that kind of thing. They're staphylococcal. This is going to be localized areas of acute inflammation that may develop into single or multiple abscesses. Streptococcal diffuse spread of infection, which may involve the entire breast eventually. Treatment is going to be antibiotics. Surgical drainage is going to be a rare thing, but there's going to be continued expression of the breast milk. Hey, Vanny, welcome back. How are you doing? How was coding? Also, the little spinny guy is so cute. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with the spinny guys. Oh. The tapeworm thingy. You know what? You can do the new hair. You can do the new hair. You can absolutely do the new hair, because I think it'd be funny. Yeah. Wait, Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place only 4 years before airplanes? What? Right, I did not know that. That's insane. Oh, 1899 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Wow. Literally turn of the century. Fuck. Antibiotics, continued like expression of the breast milk, so like she just has to keep pumping it out basically, and surgical drainage is going to be a rare thing that happens. Okay, back to what I was saying. Squamous metaplasia of the lactiferous duct, so periductal mastitis or Zuska disease. So women, or sometimes men, can present with a painful red mass underneath the areola that mimics an abscess. Right? Genuinely. Technology, advancements, all that shit. Crazy. We did all that just to then torture med students in 2020, and like to torture med students with the USMLE later on in life. I'm totally normal with this. 90% of cases are associated with smoking lower the levels of vitamin A, which alters the ductal epithelium, and in recurrent cases, the fistula tract will develop underneath the smooth muscle of the nipple and open onto the skin at the edge of the areola. Yes, they can. Yeah. Yeah. You can. Yeah, they can. They can under certain under certain circumstances. So production of milk is it's male lactation is like not used in human medicine. It's used in popular literature. But did you know that newborn babies of both sexes can actually produce milk? Sometimes. And it's quote unquote called neonatal milk and is not considered male lactation. But like the lacturia, or the spontaneous or the spontaneous production of milk not associated with childbirth can occur in human males and females. "18 years after the..." Oh. However, for bloodletting to balance the humors in the body, what was wrong with it? Now, appeal to tradition. Sorry, appeal to tradition. We don't do that. We must continue to go forward because we will be progressing as people and health and all that stuff. But also, don't just jump onto like every new thing that's coming on board, because that's just, I mean, for one thing, if you just say that, well, it's new, so it's obviously better, that's just appeal to novelty. But also, like, yeah, our chat has TB now. No, TB. If bacteria don't exist, then you don't exist. No. If bacteria don't exist, then you don't exist. So with that in mind, you exist. Bacteria exists. And yeah, we have tuberculosis. Now we just need giardia and we need leprosy. Yeah. You are a bacterium. TB is a bacterium. Yeah, and the rat lungworm thing. Which we need to find out about that. I don't know what that is. No, you're a bacterium. You're an acid-fast bacterium called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Oh god, germ theory? Fucking, when was germ theory like invented? The germ theory of disease? Oh, the Koch postulates. 1762. Well, actually, basic forms of germ theory were proposed in 1546 and then expanded on in 1762. And then there's conscious postulates and then Louis Pasteur. They all work together, but like in that way there's that convergent evolution where like disparate groups just kind of worked to make the same thing happen in a way. So all these things together just kind of prove. I mean, maybe, but also like, yeah, because like if I can, in the Middle East or in West Asia, like they were doing like the fucking Moors were doing a lot of like germ theory adjacent things, and we're doing a lot of things with sanitation, like medicine belonged to them for the longest time, and medicine is like a lot of stuff was contributed to by them. It's great. Wait, what? Whoa. The oldest description of breast cancer was found in Egypt and dates approximately to 16,000 BC. 8 cases of breast tumor growths or ulcers managed by cauterization. Oh, honey, that's not gonna help at all. But I understand what they're trying to do. They're just trying to excise it. That makes sense. That's cool. But okay. I think they're always quite, I agree. Or they were always quite advanced. Also, hi Sucho, how are you doing? Actually, I don't know why. I'm getting pretty bored of this topic. I'm gonna go on to doing endfield now. I want to play factory game. Arknights. Endfield. Extreme info updated successfully. And then there's going to be branded content. Cool. And I'm going to be loading up the game. Grifflink. Grifflink. Yeah, no. Freaking the Middle East was Pog. I mean, they still are. Like, there were so many advancements that like the United, like Europe and like the Western world just kind of was they were playing catch up for the longest time. Okay, hopefully endfield will load. There we go. Loading resources. Also, hello Sucho. I've been playing it for a little bit because of a sponsorship, but like it's been fun. I like the aesthetic of the game the most, and I am very excited to get into like building factories. The combat is whatever to me, but the combat is fun to look at. So if you're interested in a game that's a bit of a time sink and you want to look at pretty things, this is a pretty good game. And like, if you want to get into this, I would recommend playing it free to play for as long as you can. And that's because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be spending jack shit. This chat doesn't have a captcha. Am I a bot? No, you're not a bot. What? Why would you be a bot? Excuse me. Cool. Like, here's this. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna also send that in. Okay, I'm gonna let that continue while I go do this. Yeah, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Exactly. I was shook too. I was like, what? We have tuberculosis in the chat. I'm so proud. We got recognized by Bacteria Senpai.
Cool. This looks way worse than the photo. Something's not right. They smashed the circuitry when the gate was closed.
I mean, getting our humors realigned would be helpful. Okay.
These Arico crusts really saved us some trouble.
I mean, that is indeed Nico, but also Nico is a mycoplasma. I'm pretty sure he's a mycoplasma pneumoniae. Like, all things considered, I am very convinced she's a mycoplasma pneumoniae. But yes, we were playing Arknights endfield. Oh shit, thank you for the reminder. I can't believe I forgot to turn that on. I am so sorry. I'll hit myself as like an apology with a little throwable. Who up Arkin they knights till they end their field? That's me, motherfucker. That's me. There we go. It hit me.
Wait. Don't tell me that the LBs are really after the parts. What would they use them for?
Where are all the crewmates?
I hope they have evacuated to safety. Perhaps we give the area a scan, Endman.
Random fact, the average bulletproof vest has quite a lot of trouble stopping any bullet that's not shot from a pistol. And this is because the net doesn't like supporting 10 kilos of weight and thus thick. Yeah, no, you're right. You are correct. I mean, our neck is... You ever think how weird it is that our neck can just support a lot of weight, but not like 10 kilograms of weight? And there's so much like weird vasculature and anatomy in there that we have to protect. Ooh. Messy scribble.
They even breached this place. These landbreakers are clearly covering every inch.
Here's all our thoughts, but one bad fall. Yeah, exactly. One bad fall and it's GG's. I completely agree. But yeah, this is the game. I was given a free, what's it called? Is there a power grid around here?
Likely a failed stakeout or ambush.
The footprints lead deeper into this facility.
That would lead to a dead end.
Oh.
Hurry up.
Oh, yeah, of course. Injuries increase. People, yeah, the airplane thing. Remember what it's called? The thing with the airplane, the survivorship bias? Yeah. No shit.
It must be somewhere. Boss wants the crate. Oh, God. We can search this place again. Keep looking. I'll poke around in other places.
Survivorship bias type things.
We getting buggers?
But yeah, like the game is very stylish and I'm a big fan of that and I appreciate it. Like, I think with this game, it'd be interesting to like do, I just think it'd be more interesting to like have a little bit more fight stuff going on, but obviously I can't control it, so I simply exist.
Time to fight. Mine, strikes, quick!
Leave it to me!
Session, freeze! Now that's what... So quiet. Maybe they're gone.
Oh, but how can you say anything bad about anything? Our limbs are hell strong, but one... Yeah, I mean, again, humans, we are crazy.
Perhaps we can find a crate to hop on.
Humans are crazy. We rolled a lot of genetic dice and a lot of evolutionary dice to like even get this far. Obviously. But it's like, also, we just gotta think about the fact that humans are fucking insane. And I don't know how we made it this far. Like, dead ass. I have no clue how we made it this far. I don't know how I'm supposed to bring this crate over. Is this just how it's supposed to be? Probably. Oh yeah. Figured it out. World War III, we fought with nukes. Yeah. I don't like saying that. I don't like that thought, but I mean I'm starting to agree. Like, I definitely do not like that thought, but I mean, what can I say? And what can I do? And also, you've had a torn bicep for years and you have no idea how it happened? Which I have no clue either. I wish I could answer that question, but I do not know enough. Like, yeah, I am pretty smart. Like, I like to think I'm a pretty smart person. I'm pretty intelligent. I'm pretty educated. There's stuff I don't know out here, and I'm comfortable not knowing. And I'll fill myself with more knowledge later on. You know, growth mindset type shit. Where am I supposed to be jumping to, though? Was I supposed to put it here this whole time? Instead of going the other way, I was supposed to go here? God! Oh my god, you know peak. You know peak. I also hope I never end up in a chubby emu video, but I know exactly what kind of chubby emu video I might be getting into if I ended up in a chubby emu video. It would probably be med student, I don't know. Med student chased Ritalin with his energy drink. This is what happened to his liver or something. Or his lungs, I don't know, or heart. I don't fucking know, something might happen.
Only by walking upon the land.
Also, welcome back, Chris. I am glad that you are free.
Breath and pulse of life.
I
This is what Enfield is fighting for.
want to jump over there, but I cannot. But yes, welcome back. What am I missing here? Obviously, I'm missing something. And I hope you have a good nap. How am I supposed to talk to the member when I can't even get to the member? And what? What do you mean a new ASDF movie came out 3 weeks ago? I haven't even thought about the ASDF movie series by that dude since like fucking a long time ago. Literally the only thing I remember is the fucking like, what's it called? I bet you a pie. What flavor? It was pain, that video. Like, I remember that. I'm stuck. I am stuck now. Great. Is it here? Pie flavor. What made you feel old today, Yune? I'm looking at this. What do you mean, what the hell is a DS? What do you mean? What the hell is a DS? What does that mean? Bitch, I love DS's. I loved my DS, dude. Like, the DS was my favorite console, and honestly, arguably, I think it's the best. But yeah, I think I'm dumb here because I don't know what I'm missing. Unless it's over here. I don't know if there's a help button. So there was a second crate this whole fucking time? I didn't see this crate. I fixed it. I figured it out. I found it.
Don't be afraid. We are the Endfield crisis team. You're now safe.
Yeah, we totally defeated those landbreakers. They'll trouble you no more.
Oh, thank you all. We're finally safe.
Our security cameras found the landbreaker mobs heading this way. We stopped.
You should buy
immediately,
Portal.
Then took this set of equipment and the accompanying
Yes,
technical documents
yes.
with us.
You should play both. You should absolutely play both. The second one is amazing, but I want you to play both. And also the second one has co-op. You can play a really good co-op mode. I love the co-op puzzles in Portal too.
We got no idea.
This is it. This is the set of prototype parts that Mr. Andre mentioned.
You rescued 2 trapped UWST members. Their timely actions save the prototype parts and documents they then give to you. Their timely actions save the prototype parts and documents that they then give to you. The crewmates also give you combat records. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, game. I'm skipping the story. Some of the story is interesting, but like this stuff, I am not finding it any interesting. I'm not finding any of it interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go to operator overview.
Since the landbreakers are gone, we should start the emergency repairs. They should last until the base sends more people. You know, we really appreciate all the help you gave us, my Enfielder friends. Things look good for now.
But yes, you should absolutely play that game.
That crate, it's ours.
Oh, no. So don't do ray tracing. You don't have to do the ray tracing, I promise you. Literally, I played that game on a fucking potato, and honestly, even without it, it was still such a good game, so it's fine.
What? Hear that sound?
Engaging.
Real
Stay safe.
Leave it to me. Take them out, chum.
But yeah, the game is really stylish, and I'm a big fan of like how the game looks and the aesthetic. I am excited about the Factorio type elements and stuff on this video game. Like, if you were asking earlier, I just remembered.
Won't give up. What is it, Perlica? Thinking about something?
Everybody's waifu though, which is fine.
Those landbreakers. You heard what they said. Their leader is looking for the parts and the documents. Endman, the automation core can also be a target destination for teleprotocol. Time is a luxury we don't really have. Now that everything's settled, I guess Mr. Andre can finally breathe easy.
Guys, you've got to make Big Owl treat us to a mega feast. Otherwise, you're just spoiling him.
Mr. Andre, we found the things you need.
Wonderful, Edmund and Supervisor Perlica.
Thank you so much for the hydrate. I am sipping some water right now.
At the processing center. Oh, by the way, and that will mean we need to gather all this, Edmund.
Cool.
Portable Originium rig automatically sets aside some of the excavated ore to power. This is the place, Endman. Let's deploy the portable Originium rig on this mining spot.
Yeah, more Twink Lab content.
Endman, we can now produce Origo crusts in batches, just like before. We'll make them by putting Originium ore into the refining unit.
Also, wait. Why the hell is that a 6 gigabyte RTX 3060? Oh. Yeah, no. Laptop GPUs are kind of shit. I wish they weren't, but they really are. It's just kind of sad. I really just want to switch. Oh, I just have to submit it. Cool.
I now have everything I need to.
Cool. But yes, this is Twink's Lev. This is Lev's Twink Ranger form. There's no form for me in this game yet, so I will do what I can. This is very aesthetic though. However, I am already very sleepy.
I'm sure Big Owl knows how to make it, right?
Shredding unit, got it.
Try to deploy the shredding unit close to the PAC.
Shredder. Shredder. How about your frame? Okay. Weird scientist girl has your hair color though? Really? Oh, I'll look at it. You buy a framework out, but they don't ship here. Yeah, no. You just have to get a good one or you're just stuck. Which I wish that weren't the case, but right now, I mean, it just kind of is all ass. You know what like the thing that that Anthony Bourdain said
Activate the shred
about like going to Vietnam. If you go to Vietnam, and experience the people, and you see the country and you experience the people, you're gonna want to beat Henry Kissinger to death with your bare hands. That's me with the people that make the AI things. Because it's like literally, we don't need to do this shit.
Simple and intuitive, right? It shares the same basic control.
What is a framework laptop? I've been hearing a lot of good things about them from like the dude that's like the greatest technician who ever lived. Like that guy. Oh, it's an upgradable laptop? Cool. I'll try it eventually. Oh, an upgradable. Ooh, okay, that's nice.
If I'm not mistaken, the local arsenal is managed by an arsenal engineer from Endfield.
Arsenal engineer? I remember seeing a little girl who was always running around with weapons and...
Still, I believe.
A strong team is one without any. I overworked myself again.
This one? Really?
Team is one without any weak links.
Oh, they're pretty expensive, so try to buy as little as you can from them. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough in regards to the framework PC. Interesting. Cool. Now I understand.
Her arms back in Enfield. Are they related?
The Arsenal engineers of Enfield Industries are
That would definitely be like an eventual buy, like a I am an attending and I have expendable money kind of buy.
armaments. The little girl you saw is actually their director. I'll properly introduce our Arsenal director once we find the time. I'm sure she will get along with you and our Endman.
Damn. Yeah, Linus Tech Tips. Yeah. No, I saw that video, but then I also saw like the guy that always has TikToks and he always just says the greatest technician that ever lived. He always says that, and that's all I remember from him. And that's who I learned about framework first. Like I learned about framework, but I never like looked into it. I was like, oh, he likes framework. I wonder what that is. And then I ADHD'd and forgot. Because that's how my brain works daily.
So, Henman's fighting style is pretty unique and impressive. I'm really curious how the Endman fought at full. Didn't expect this, right? My special swordmancy for rocky stuff.
Salem Tactical. Yes, him. I love him. I love his content. I'm glad you know who I'm talking about.
Didn't expect this, right? My special swordmancy for rocky stuff.
God, though, I don't know what it is today. I am like so tired. Actually, no, I know exactly why. It's because like I didn't sleep enough. Where is the core AIC area? Is it here? Oh, it is there. Yeah, sleep is mildly important for brain and health and brain. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It is absolutely important, and I need to do that pretty fucking soon. But and also heart, yeah. But like, heart, I'm already training till failure, so it's fine. Everything else, yeah, no, it's definitely important.
Something ain't right.
Time to fight.
All the tables open.
Now's our chance.
Trust me. Crystallize.
I mean, yeah, I would die from it eventually. It's true.
We made another step forward, Enfielders.
Verify and report personal status, team.
I wonder if I have enough to do a pull before I go, though. I'm gonna go see. Is it F9? Yes, it is pulling. Do I have anything I can use to pull? I can! Let's pull one thing. We're pulling one thing. And then... Yeah, 10 days and I don't want to reach 10 days. I need to sleep today. So yeah. We're doing one pull, because I literally only have one to pull. And then I'm heading to bed. I don't know what I got.
Captain Akakuri of Operation Team Z7 reporting. Reporting in. The operations dossier, budget summary.
Damn. Oh my god. I'm so glad, TB. I am glad that you are now following me. Thank you so much for the follow, tuberculosis. We love tuberculosis, and we love RIPE, which is rifampin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide, and ethambutol. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Oh, wow. I see. Crazy. 11 days just sounds so difficult, though. Like, I just don't understand, like, why you'd want to do it. Granted, I'm relatively well adjusted, you know? I say as I'm literally playing a waifu gacha game. Yeah, I'm just really well adjusted, you guys. What is the Arsenal exchange? What are these? Can I get a free bundle? Yeah, I know nothing about any of this. Yeah, I understand. 11 days without sleep. That just sounds like pain. That just sounds really painful, and I don't like living a life with pain. Yes. Oh my god. Fatal familial insomnia. FFI. Yes. And I don't want to get hallucinations. That's scary. That's scary for me, and I'm just a little guy. But okay. Like, I think this is a good time for me to end. I did some pulling. We did a lot of studying today. I'm still trying to get the workflow for like the Pomodoro stuff to make sense on stream. And yeah. We finished off with some Endnights. I pulled some stuff, and I am gonna head to bed after we raid out to someone. Let's go find someone to raid. Let us see. Thank you so much. And I am going to go immediately to bed. Who's streaming? Is anybody streaming right now? Yeah, where's Slime? Yeah, Slime is streaming Resident Evil. We're gonna go over to him and say hi. But yeah, y'all already know me. I hope